Hi, I'm Ben with Endian, and I want to welcome you to the video series on the Endian Connect platform, a secure digital platform for IoT and Industry 4.0. This video will introduce you to the newest member of the 4i product family, the 4i Edge X, and we'll discuss its most important features. So here we see the front and back of the 4i Edge X. On the standard model, you get 3 gigabit Ethernet ports, Wi-Fi which can be used as an uplink or in the future as an access point, digital input-output ports, a DB9 serial port which can be used to communicate with serial devices using common standards. Additionally, you can get an integrated 4G modem, which you can see with the extra set of antennas shown here. Let's take a live look at the new 4i Edge X. Here with the 4i Edge X, give you a live look at what this thing looks like. Just to give you some perspective, you can see that the unit is quite small. This is the front side of the unit with the ports that we talked about. This is the back side of the unit with the Ethernet ports and the power plug. In addition, here you have a side covered port that for your micro SD, so if you want expanded storage space. Also, this is where the SIM card slot would go for the SIM card for your 4G modem. If you're using the unit with 4G, you'll see that there's a cutout here. This is where your antennas would go for the 4G modem as well. This is just the standard unit that comes with a wall plate. We also have a DIN rail kit you can buy. Looks like this. So it mounts to the side of the unit. Has your 24 volt DC power up here. And then you have your 3 gigabit Ethernet ports, which are brought to the front. So it uses jumper cables to kind of expose the back ports to the front. And then on the back side, you can see here's the jumper cable connections. The back side of the unit has your very sturdy DIN rail clip there that you can use. And that's it. That's the 4i Edge X. There are two major changes that come included with the 4i Edge X, which are not currently included in any of our other products. First is the newest version of our Endian OS 6.0, which includes a completely new user interface, a completely redone user setup wizard, ability to define firewall objects, interface bonding, and time-based firewall rules, and much more. Let's take a brief look at Endian OS 6.0 and the new features. All right, so we're going to do a really quick sneak peek of Endian OS 6.0, which you see here, running on our 4i Edge X device. It's currently only running on that product, but eventually will be released to all of the other products in the Endian product line. For those of you familiar with the Endian user interface, you can see this is a completely redone user interface. So we've gotten rid of the top level menu system, and now everything is just driven here on the left hand side. You can actually even collapse that further to give yourself almost a full screen experience there. So we'll do another video where we actually do a deep dive on all of the new features of the OS 6.0. But one thing I did want to mention is the fact that the new OS 6.0 web interface is completely responsive. So that means it works on all screen sizes, so desktop down to mobile devices. Everything gets formatted appropriately since it's all completely responsive interface. So that's Endian OS 6.0. The second major change is that we've added Docker to the platform, which means you can now run what are called Docker containers directly on the 4i Edge X device itself. This gives you the ability to perform edge computing, meaning you can run applications or what are called microservices directly on the Edge gateway device. Let's talk a little more about Docker and how it works. The easiest way to explain Docker is to compare it with virtualization, which has been around now for some time. With virtualization, as you see on the right-hand illustration, with each virtual machine you are actually creating an entire computer, including CPU, RAM, disk, and guest operating system, all running on the system hypervisor like VMware, Xen, KVM, or Hyper-V. However, with Docker, which you see on the left-hand illustration, you are only virtualizing the application, so there is no need to account for physical resources. The result is that Docker applications are extremely portable, lightweight, and efficient when compared to virtual machines. Let's take a quick look at how Docker works and what it can do. All right, guys, so we're going to do a really quick demonstration of using Docker So from the actual 4i Edge X device, which you see here, there's not a whole lot to do to turn Docker on. Basically, go to the settings and click this toggle switch to enable Docker. So at this point, you can now go to the command line and download and kick off Docker containers. So I've already done that with a sample Docker container, which I think is good for demo purposes here. It's an application called Portainer, which is basically a GUI that goes on top of Docker to allow you to kind of manage the Docker containers and the different elements. So I'm going to show you here. This is our Docker container. You can see it's running on the same IP as our 4i Edge device. So this is actually a self-contained Docker application running on our 4i Edge X device directly. So I'm going to go ahead and log in here just to kind of do a quick demonstration. So this is our Docker instance on the 4i Edge X. So if I click that to get a little bit more details, you can see there's one container here. We have some images that we've utilized. You can actually click around here. If I click on the host, you'll see it actually is showing the 4i Edge X device, so the Endian OS 6.0, which is currently running here. And that's it, guys. We're running Docker containers here on our 4i Edge device. Now that we've introduced you to the new 4i Edge X, stay tuned for more in-depth videos we have coming about Docker and the power of edge computing, as well as our new Endian OS 6.0. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get access to all the upcoming videos in this series.